Hello everyone, this lecture is for the subject system design and analysis. This is open elective subject for third year BE student in MBM Engineering College Jodhpur. It has 4 units: system fundamental concepts, procedure for engineering a system, system optimization and system schedule. And this lecture is based on the fourth unit, that is system schedule. In this lecture, we will cover the time cost trade-off techniques and how do we use system cost economic flow graph to calculate the relevant cost as per our demand. So it starts with make or buy decision, how you decide if you make a product or buy a product. So if you are a production planning manager, if you are a owner of any company, any production unit, then you need to decide which product you need to make and which product you need to buy. So making or buying a particular product depend on various factors like volume, fixed cost of making, per unit direct cost when making, and per unit cost when buying. So these kind of criteria parameter you need to consider when you decide that which product you need to make and which product you need to buy. Sometimes making a product cost you more, so you go for buying that product, and sometimes if that products are very costly, you go for making a product. So how you decide, we will see. So there are various reasons for making a particular product, because you have cost concerns, you have desire to expand the manufacturing focus, you need to directly control the product, and there is intellectual property concerns and quality control concerns. So if you are much concerned about the quality control, intellectual property rights, direct control of the product, if you are desiring to expand your manufacturing focus, then you should go for making. Then there are several reasons for buying a product: when you have lack of technical experience, if your supplier expertise in your technical area, if your cost consideration, if you need a particular product in a small volume, or if you have insufficient capacity to produce in house. So these are the various reasons that motivate you for buying a product rather than making it in your plant. Then there are several approaches for deciding on making or buying a particular product. So there are mathematical approaches that help you in deciding in making or buying a particular product. These are simple cost analysis, economic analysis, and break even analysis. We'll see how they work. Simple cost analysis is a mathematical approach to compare the cost and expected benefit of two or more projects. So main purpose of tracking the simple cost analysis is to calculate the ratio of benefits over cost. Suppose you have two or three option to start with. Suppose you are starting a business and you have three or four options, and then you need to choose which option is best among all these four options. So if you have idea in your mind the total overall cost related to each option, so you just simply calculate the total cost you will be having for different option, and then what benefit you are getting for each and option. So you just compare the cost and benefit for each and every option, and you just decide which option gives you more benefit with respect to your cost you are putting. So that option is the best option if you are getting more benefit with your invested cost to a particular option. So this is simple cost and benefit analysis. You can simply calculate the benefit and cost for particular option and decide on which option is best. Then comes the economic analysis. It is based on two inventory models: economic order quantity system and economic production quantity system. So first model is to purchase the products, while second model is to manufacture the products. So we'll see how they work for economic analysis. So for economic order quantity model, we need to use this equation. This equation is the total cost. So if you are ordering products for your company, for your production plant, now what would be the total cost? So that total cost depends on annual demand, the quantity you order, the annual holding cost, and the ordering cost. So these parameters like different cost and quantity will help you to decide on the total cost you are having while you order a particular product. So similarly, you just need to think over here is that this total cost will give you the cost you are having while you are purchasing something. Similarly, you can calculate the total cost when you are producing something. So you just compare these two costs. If you are getting less cost in ordering, you go for this, and if you are getting less cost while manufacturing, you will go for manufacturing. So likewise, you compare several costs and decide on making or buying. So this is the total cost formula for economic order quantity model. So how you get the total annual cost in this model? Total annual cost is the sum of annual ordering cost plus annual holding cost. As you can see in the diagram, the holding cost means the cost you need to spend in holding your or keeping your stock in your company. So it is zero in the starting, because in starting you don't have any product with you. So holding cost increases as you increase the ordering quantity. It is very simple. Similarly, ordering cost reduces with the increase in the quantity, because if you order more number of products, you may get discount. So this is how these two costs vary with the quantity you order. So now total cost is the sum of holding cost and ordering cost, and you can see from the diagram there is a particular quantity EOQ, the quantity for which you will get the lowest total cost. So you always try to get this EOQ, the minimum quantity you need to order, so that you get the minimum cost for your buying products. So you'll see how it works. So if you want to minimize that particular cost of buying, you put that into minimize equation, and then you get the economic order quantity. So this equation is related to the total cost equation we have seen earlier, and this is the quantity, the optimum quantity you need to order to get the minimum total cost. So this is the economic order quantity equation. Now when to order, the reorder point is like that: if you are starting your production with 1000 units, and you continuously consuming those products in your manufacturing activity. Suppose that inventory level or your stock moves down to 500. So you started with 1000 units, and now you are consuming those units, and you reach to 500 units. Now as time passes, those products will be consumed, and one day you will be having zero items in your inventory. So to avoid this situation and to keep your manufacturing going on, you need to keep check on what amount of quantity you need to make a reorder, so that you can continue your manufacturing without any problem. So you started with 1000 units. If you goes down to 200 units or 100 units, then you give second order. So as soon as that 100 units consumed, you get another 1000 units for your production. So you need to decide at what point of time you need to reorder. So that you can decide using the equation R D into L. D is the daily or weekly demand, and L is the lead time, that time required to get your second order. Similarly, if you want to calculate the reorder point using the safety stock, you just simply add safety stock with your reorder point. We will see this with an example. So here is an example where weekly demand is 240 units, number of weeks, ordering cost, unit cost, annual carrying cost are shown, and lead time is 2 weeks. So using this parameter, we first calculate the annual demand, then we calculate the holding cost or carrying cost. Then according to this we calculate the economic order quantity we need to order, and depending on those Q, H and S, we calculate the total cost will be having we need to pay for this economic order quantity. So first we calculate the quantity we need to order, then we calculate the total cost related to that quantity, and that gives you this cost. And then you calculate the reorder point, means initially you're having 645 units. So Q here is, you can see on the screen, the Q here is 645 units, means you need to order 645 units, and reorder point is 480 units here in this example. That means you start with 645 units, and as soon as you goes down to 480 units, means as time passes you will be using these units, and if your inventory level goes down to 480 units, you need to make second order to get more units for your production plan. This is how this model works. Second, in economic order analysis method is EPQ, economic production quantity, and the equation for this is total cost, maximum inventory, and adjusted order quantity. The difference between EOQ and EPQ you can find here is that in EPQ model right now that maximum inventory is considered, because you are producing some products and you need to keep items in your inventory well in hand before starting the production. You can't rely on suppliers for sending products each and every time. So you are producing, so you need to keep some inventory in your hand. That is maximum inventory. So that maximum inventory help you in deciding the total cost in case of EPQ. So these are the equations we'll be using in solving an example in this lecture, that will explain you how you use this equation to get the total cost. Now this is the example for EPQ. Annual demand is 80,000 units. Production rate is given, setup cost, annual holding cost, lead time, and number of operating days per month. So using these data we calculate the demand per month, and the production we are having per month. So we calculate D and P. Then we calculate the Q with the given formula, and this is the quantity we need to produce in this EPQ model. And then accordingly we need to keep the inventory I max, and that is 800 units. So if you want to produce 2000 units in a year, you need to keep 800 units in your inventory. So total cost relevant to this exercise is 14,400. So similarly, if you are having various options, suppose you have 2-3 options with you and you need to decide which product you need to produce. So according to the data available, you just calculate the total cost for each and every product and then decide which product will cost you less. So this is how you can decide on which product you need to produce. So here in this case the reorder point is R is equal to DL, and considering the safety stock you can easily calculate the reorder point where you want to continue your production quantity. Last comes the break-even analysis. It is basically a graphical approach. It computes quantity of goods that must be sold to break even. How it works? It computes total revenue, fixed cost, and variable cost. It plots the total revenue line and total cost line, and intersection of those two lines is break even. You'll see by a diagram here. So as the diagram as shown on the screen right now, you can see there is a fixed cost, which is a horizontal line. There is a variable cost, you can see by green line, total cost. Then there is a total revenue you are getting. So as per the this diagram you can see that there is a line for total cost and there is a line for total revenue. So you are getting revenue from your product, you are paying cost to produce that product, and where these two lines intersect, this is the break even quantity. The meaning of this break even quantity is that if you produce less quantity than this QBE, so if you are producing less quantity than this break even quantity, you fall in the left side of this diagram. That means you will be in loss. So at least you should produce this break even quantity to keep your business without any loss. Similarly, if you produce quantity more than this break even quantity, you move to the right of this diagram where you can see that there is a profit area. So summary is this, that if you produce more quantity than this break even quantity, you will get profit. So you always you should always try to find the break even quantity up to which you will after the which you will get the profit. So at the beginning of the business you should always try to find how much quantity we need to produce to get the profit. So this is the way you can calculate the quantity you need to produce. You can easily get the profit, and it gives you idea of at least how much quantity you need to produce. So various costs and available with this model is, so as far as this break-even analysis is concerned, the total cost is the fixed cost plus variable cost. Revenue is the selling price, so selling price multiplied by the quantity you sell is gives you revenue. So to keep the break even point, to calculate the break even quantity, you just place total cost equals to revenue, and once you place this total cost equals to revenue, you get the quantity, and that is break even quantity that is required to keep your business with no loss, no profit. So this is the quantity which gives you idea that you should always produce more than this quantity to get the profit in your business. So we discussed time cost trade-offs and system cost on an economic flow graph in this lecture. So this is the lecture for the last unit of these subjects. Thank you.